Some of the skills you'll be able to apply immediately as well as reflect on in between sessions are complex problem solving. You'll be able to align actions with high value business results, learn more about how to promote accountability within your team, communication as it relates to like virtual and in person, and you'll be able to navigate change and ambiguity as well as help develop your team. Some of the learning outcomes for this course, one of the biggest ones is just being able to do the DISC assessment. We offer a strong focus on business success, leadership, and team development. So if you're a new or a more seasoned manager, by the end of the program, you're going to be able to communicate more effectively. Yes, you're going to be able to communicate more effectively, hold yourself and your team accountable. We'll also start with the DISC assessment, which is going to help you understand more about your own disposition, your preferences, and how to leverage that knowledge so you can introduce about yourself into your approach working with others. We'll be applying strategies for managing employees in remote environments. Or practiced skills to adapt and thrive in times of change, foster a climate, diversity, and inclusion. Lastly, we're going to end the course by making a plan for future development. Participants will design a personal action plan to guide, coach, and motivate and inspire individual teams. One question I get a lot is what sort of academic environment students can expect. The classes are not recorded, so it really is an environment where everyone can feel comfortable exploring new ideas in real time. We've designed it for working professionals, so you'll find there really is a minimal amount of class time required. But that being said, our students certainly find that they get what they put into it. Your instructor's time, of course, your instruction time is, of course, some lecture, but also an opportunity to discuss examples, learn from each other, put what you're learning into practice with a safe environment, and then do some debriefing and ask questions, all under the wing of our very experienced instructors and in a safe environment. If you're ready to enroll in our course, it's very simple to do so. However, the last day to enroll is about 3 days before the start date. That's going to give us enough time to make sure we have a disc assessment for everyone. That way we can send it out, have you guys take it, and really hit the ground running the first day of class. There are a limited number of seats, so I will just share that our cohorts usually do fill up a few weeks. Once you're ready to enroll, you can enroll directly online. There's no application, so it's just a matter of making an account and adding the class to your cart, checking out. As I finish, I want to share my contact information once more so you have the opportunity to write it down. Also review our discounts. Part of the follow-up you'll receive is an email with a $100 off discount as a token of our appreciation for attending today. There's also a few other ways you can save money, but do keep in mind that our UC Davis CPE policy allows for one discount per enrollment, so you'll want to select which discount best suits you. Early enrollment applies to students who enroll 2 weeks before the start date. We also have some member association discounts for those that are part of SHRM or Cal Aggie Alumni Association. If we have any UC Davis staff on the line, UC Davis Health included employers are eligible for a 20% discount up to $200. Lastly, for those who want to take this course with a friend or are maybe scouting for professional development opportunities for their team, we do offer discounts of 10% for those that enroll 3 or more students. That's all I have for everyone. So let's move into the Q&A. I'll pull up the chat and see what kind of questions I can answer. This course is really set up for both emerging leaders who want to be considered for a promotion and even for current managers who want to develop their skills. We've set it up as a 3-week course that has 6 half-day sessions that all take place over a live Zoom session.
Hi, I'm Joy Beecham. I'm coming to you with over 20 years of business and change management experience.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Just waiting for everyone to join us. Okay, and just give it a few more seconds. Just wait for everyone to log on. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I am Katie. I am your enrollment coach for the Management Development Program here at UC Davis Continuing Ed. Today, we're going to kind of meet the team for the Management Development Program. We're going to hear from an instructor, go have like an overview of the program, the logistics, the course outcomes, what you can expect in the classroom. We'll learn how to enroll, some discounts that are available, and then it's just me on the call today. So if any questions come up for you as we're going through this, please use the Q&A option on the bottom there, and I will definitely go through those towards the end of our programming. Make sure I get all of your questions answered. So here on this side is my contact information. This is a great way to get a hold of me. You can reach me via Calendly. You can make an appointment with me directly. My email and my phone number are also on there. So let's just kind of start with the logistics of this program. We have designed this course for even emerging leaders or maybe some more seasoned managers that want to kind of develop their skills, or those emerging leaders who want to like make themselves available for a promotion. The course is 3 weeks long, starting in April and going through kind of early to mid-April, April 5th to April 21st. And we meet on Wednesdays and Fridays from 8:30 to noon, and we meet Pacific Standard Time over Zoom. So you're going to have 6 half-day sessions of this material, which is really best of both worlds. You don't want to get Zoom fatigue, and you also want some time to reflect on what you learned, apply it to your actual like professional life, and then come back to the classroom having understood, processed the material, implemented it, and then be able to discuss and debrief with your other classmates. So it's a really great way to structure this learning material. Additionally, it is offered for 1.8 continuing education units. You'll also receive a certificate of completion from UC Davis. And then, like I touched on earlier, there will be strategies and tools that you can implement that day. So I'd love for you to meet your instructors. Kathy, she has 25 years of leadership development experience, but she also has spent the last 14 years as the Director of Leadership and Organizational Development at Adventist Health. Our instructor, Diane, she has actually had her own consulting firm for 30 years. And Joy, I have a little video to play for you next. I'll let her introduce herself, but they're such amazing instructors. We're lucky to have them. The feedback that I always get is that they really bring this material to life. So happy to have them instructing this course. I know they'll be a great resource for you. Next, I'll play a little video from Joy. She'll introduce herself and kind of give you an idea of what you can expect from her classroom.
Hi, I'm Joy Beecham. I'm coming to you with over 20 years of business and change management experience. I'm a certified change management practitioner, and in my current job, I am a chief of staff, where I provide strategic thought partnership to executive leaders and their teams with a focus on employee engagement. I have experience in the public sector. I started my career in the California court system. I've also spent a considerable amount of time in IT and managed and have done some mergers and acquisitions. And also currently I'm in the nonprofit healthcare industry. A great part of my career, probably the last decade or so, I have had the pleasure of working with UC Davis in developing and delivering the content for these professional development courses. It is something I enjoy thoroughly. I probably get as much out of it as the students do. And I think these are really important programs as we start to think about our leaders and the types of leaders we want to develop. The management development program is an investment in a growth mindset and just continuous improvement, continuous learning. And I think that whether leaders are interested in gaining kind of experience and exposure to new domain spaces, or honing existing skills, or just exploring the different strategies that might be out there. So obviously, new tools and techniques coming in all the time. There's just numerous opportunities to expand and elevate their current management and leadership style, right? Just opportunities to think about other tools that might provide exposure to different ways of thinking and tackling the same problems. The concepts taught throughout this program are transferable across industries and certainly across all organizational levels. From those individuals who are just starting to consider a path down management, or mid-level managers, as well as executives. Strong leadership is critically important to the health, the effectiveness, and the resiliency of our workplaces. Management, it's an important responsibility. And it's not just about leading and motivating a team, but also creating an environment that supports and develops that next set of leaders. I strongly believe in leading from where you are, regardless of your title and your professional aspirations. And I think that sentiment comes across in every class that I teach. I also know how impactful leadership training has been for me personally throughout my career. It has encouraged me to be introspective, thoughtful about my personal strengths and what opportunities exist, and also really consider the type of leader I want to be, and try to juxtapose that to where the leader I am today. So it's given me the courage to explore that delta, and also think about how I would describe a great leader and where I think I fit on that spectrum. Kind of soliciting that feedback continues to help me think about the type of leadership qualities I want to work on personally. And I think really classes like this and programs like this give leaders the space to really do that important thinking about how they want to lead. I definitely am in the never stop learning camp. So I think education has a great way of generating new ideas and excitement, which just helps you to tackle those problems differently. You can think about them from different perspectives, hearing input from others and how they're approaching things. I just find that extremely exciting. I think in my classes, what you can expect to see is an environment that is casual, it's approachable. I try to make it fun, and it's a supporting learning environment. I think through a combination of lectures, I certainly use a lot of storytelling, and then we use individual and small group breakout activities to really help leverage and exercise the theories that are introduced in class. We use a lot of real world scenarios so that it's relatable to the students. And I also think the participants can benefit from just the diversity of thought and the wealth of knowledge and experience that often exists in these cohorts. I'm particularly mindful that there are different learning styles, and I try to leverage a variety of tools and mediums to accommodate that. I try to keep the content and the discussion engaging. And in my classes, I focus on sharing really practical tools and techniques. And it's my personal mission for every class that if you take a class, you walk away with something you can use immediately. I'm adding to your toolbox, which is why it's so important that that content is both relevant and relatable to folks from the start. So you can walk out and you have a new tool that you can leverage that day. Lastly, I think, and maybe one might say most importantly in these times, I like to focus on giving the gift of time. The fact that leaders are investing in this space, the fact is that many leaders today are challenged to really find time to invest in self, right? They're steeped in the day-to-day running of the business, dealing with the next fire emergency, or just keeping the lights on. And so they might have trouble finding and carving out that time to really to even think about how would they be a more effective leader. And so part of this program is really the gift of time to invest in self, to be present, to absorb the new ideas, to discuss the unique challenges, and really a space to think critically about alternative approaches to leadership. Management development programs are incredibly important. I'm passionate about it. I think that comes across in the way that I teach these classes. I really do look forward to seeing you very soon.
Awesome. Yeah, that was Joy. You can see she's an absolute resource for you as you're investing in yourself and investing in this education. We love having her. Next, I want to just go over some of the learning outcomes. This program offers a strong focus on business success, leadership, and team development. So whether you're a new or a seasoned leader, by the end of this program, you're going to be able to communicate more effectively, hold yourself accountable, your teams accountable, and produce high value business results. We're going to get started right out of the gates with a DISC assessment. So that way you're going to be able to understand more about yourself, your own disposition, your own preferences, and then be able to leverage that information into your approach when you work with your team. You'll be that much more informed about what your strengths are and even help identify strengths in others once you know kind of the vocabulary for all of this. So it's a great tool to get started, a great foundation. And we'll also be applying strategies for managing employees in remote and in-person environments, kind of help you foster communication in every different setting. I know a lot of workplaces kind of are maybe hybrid or fully remote or back in person 100%. So we focus on those diverse communication challenges. And additionally, we want you guys to be able to thrive in different environments and foster a climate of diversity and inclusion. So we're going to focus on team development, and we're going to conclude the course with a personal action plan so that participants can design their own guide to motivate and inspire individuals on their team. That's going to be something in addition to the everyday lessons that you learn that you can walk away with and apply after the course concludes. One question that I get a lot is, what can you expect from a Zoom learning environment? And I will just say it can be kind of a vulnerable experience to like share your best practices, to share your weaknesses, to grow. You have to be vulnerable to do that. And so none of these classes are recorded. So there really is a feeling of safety that exists inside these modules when you're in meeting with your instructors. We've designed the class too for working professionals. So you'll find that there really is a minimal amount of class time or like outside of class time required. But we do find that students who like you get what you put in. So it's designed for working professionals, but there's still a spectrum of like where you can participate and get back what you put into the class. And additionally, the instruction time, it is lecture, of course. You want to be able to hear from our fantastic instructors, but there is also opportunities to discuss the examples that they present, learn from each other, and take what you learned, like maybe from the last session and how you implemented it, bring that back, debrief with your team, and ask questions. And all of this happens in a safe environment, but also under the wing of our very experienced instructors. So if you are looking to enroll in the class, there's no application, so it's very straightforward. You can enroll directly on our website. I will say we are about half full right now, and we do tend to fill up like about a week or two before the program. So if you feel like you're ready to take this class and take the next step, I would encourage you to enroll as soon as you're sure. And you can do that again directly online. We do close enrollment about 3 days before the class begins, and it'll begin on April 5th. So we'll close registration on Sunday, April 2nd. Part of the reason for this is that we send out the DISC assessments to our students. That is something you do before the class starts, and then we really hit the ground running with everyone's results. And about 24 hours after you enroll, you get an email that confirms everything, and you'll have access to the class the day that it starts. So that's kind of enrollment, what that looks like. And we'll talk a little bit about discounts that are available. Actually, after this info session concludes, about tomorrow, you will get an email with an information session discount, just a token for our appreciation of you attending today. $100 off discount. Additionally, there is an early enrollment discount. So 2 weeks before the class opens, if you enroll Before that 2-week time period, you do receive a $50 discount. And to keep in mind that UC Davis CPE policy allows for one discount per enrollment, so please select whichever enrollment makes the most sense for you. We do also have some association discounts. So if you're part of SHRM or you're part of the Cal Aggie Alumni Association, you can receive 10% off your enrollment. If we have any UC Davis staff or UC Davis health staff on the line, we are offering 20% discount up to $200. And additionally, a lot of the times I'll have someone maybe enrolling for themselves, but also maybe you enroll for like professional development for your team. And so you're kind of like scouting out different opportunities. We do offer a group enrollment discount. So maybe you're in that position where you're like in an HR role and you're kind of helping develop the team that way, or maybe you're like looking for your team and you want to enroll them, develop that next set of leaders. That's where this group discount would come in. Or maybe you just want to join with 2 of your friends. There's a 10% enrollment discount for that. So all great opportunities. Again, you can only apply one, but fantastic. I want to go back to one slide. A few people joined us a little after we covered this slide, so I want to make sure it's up. Yes, okay. So, goodness. This is a great time to ask questions. I've covered everything on my end, but while we ask questions, I just wanted to bring up this particular slide in case there was anyone that didn't get a chance to see it. So you'll see the class starts April 5th, ends April 21st, and there are 6 half-day sessions from 8:30 to noon. 3-week program. The price is $19.50. So let me stop my sharing of the screen and I will go through the Q&A. Yeah, so if this spring April session does not work for you, there will be other opportunities in the fall. Usually we offer this program again in October. Great question. Are there any other questions I can answer for anybody? Awesome. Okay, well, it was a pleasure to speak with everybody. I hope I answered all of your questions, but if not, please feel free to reach out to me and I'm always happy to help. Take care.